Good afternoon, Year 9. Mr. Berry here. Just want to take a few minutes of your time to talk to you about GCSE photography and your options next year. So GCSE photography, mainly practical based course, 60% coursework. Most of the classroom time is spent down in the old Mac room. So you'll be there on computers using generally Adobe Photoshop, editing your photographs, most of which will have been taken at home and then put onto OneDrive, and we would then edit and present them within school. These will be presented into your sketchbook and submitted for marking and assessment at a later date. The second component is the exam project, but again, it's a practical project. It goes on for about 12 weeks, where you take photographs at home, bring them into school, edit, manipulate. So there's a big focus on digital manipulation. And again, this is displayed within the sketchbook and on display sheets, which are then presented in the form of a portfolio. On the screen, we have some examples of previous Year 11 work. This gives you an idea of how work can often be displayed within your portfolio. On the left-hand side, we have an exam piece. This was done under exam conditions, and on that A1 sheet you can see multiple images. There is a contact sheet there that shows all the photographs taken in his photo shoot. There's also evidence there where he's looked at another artist and the work, and he's had to describe and analyze the work using good language and keywords. Obviously, you'll be given help with this throughout Year 10 and 11. Top right hand side of that sheet, you will then see one of his final edits where he has used Photoshop and digital manipulation to transform his original photograph in a similar way to that of the artist or photographer that he was looking at. On the right hand side, you can see some larger edits by a student from 2 years ago. Her project there, you can see, was texture, and she's decided to look at the human form and texture within the human body, the hair, the wrinkles of skin, etc. In front of you now on the screen, you've got the GCSE assessment grid. This is provided by the exam board, and throughout the year there are 6 assessment points when you will do specific milestone tasks, and your work is assessed using this grid. AO stands for assessment objective, and you can see there that there are 4 main assessment objectives, and this is what we will judge your work against. Essential requirements then to do GCSE photography at PGS. Obviously, the main one is that you are enthusiastic and you want to take photographs. The majority of your photographs will be taken at home, where your teacher requests that you set up a photo shoot in response to the project, and at that point that's where your time and effort needs to be put in setting up the photo shoot, whether it's inside or outside. You may be required to go on a short journey to look at the landscape or to the park, and at this point there needs to be enthusiasm and willingness to get organized so that you can then upload these images onto the school OneDrive. This can be done at home, so when you get to school all your images are on the OneDrive, and these can then easily be accessed in your photography lesson, and they will then be manipulated in a number of ways and presented in your sketchbook. Some more creative examples here from previous students, some quotes as well. They really enjoyed planning the Weird photo shoot, so these images are in response to our project Weird and Wonderful. So in the top left image there, you can see he's obviously set up his Lego figures in an outside situation, and then he's been able to manipulate this image using Photoshop. Bottom left hand side, we've obviously there got another creative response whereby he's used his photographs from the woods, and then within the classroom he's then edited and enhanced the image by adding these skeleton figures. Finally, on the right hand side, we've got an image there where he's taken a photograph of a teddy bear at his in his bedroom, and he's then manipulated and distorted the shadow in a weird and wonderful way. So some quite creative responses there from previous students. In summary then, guys, if you like taking photographs, you like using your phone, you like editing, this might be the course for you. Hope to see you next year. Bye.